Alright, we're back with edition 24. This is a loon boss from the loon spite gits. So we've got this little mushroom boy to build. So, as far as I know, this guy is from the Crooked Moons faction. Actually, no. Loon spite gits, I think, is a separate faction from them. Yes, so there's the cave doors. So there's like a nice little piece of artwork. Some chaos stuff. So this model should be fairly easy to put together. It's just going to be a small one. We might get to another one after this as well. So it's another glued together model. So let's get into it. Seems pretty straightforward. So 1 and 2 go together. Unfortunately, his chin got a bit of the sprue on it, but should be an easy cleanup. Okay, this chin should be fine. Alright, I think there's one more spot on there. This one's actually kind of tough to clean up. I'm actually kind of surprised. This one's going to have a bit of imperfection on it, but it's not going to matter too much, seeing as it is just a goblin anyway. Hello, chaperons. Just give me 1 second. Alright. How's it going, chaperons? I haven't streamed in a few days. I'm back at work, so I had to go from day shift on leave to night shift back at work. So a few days sort of went missing. Number 2. Tiny head. It's quite a spray mark. Kind of a weird head design. Show it once I've cleaned it up, but it's kind of funny. So how have you been, Shepherd's? Did you finish your Tyranids? Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to clean that up any further than that. But it is kind of a weird... So there's his head, and then there's the connector piece. He's got a very thick neck. And it's in the wrong direction. Okay, so that glues into the mask. Which I'm kind of surprised about, because it's actually really cool, but it does hide his face. So there's the mask, and his ear and eye poke out of it. So I find this design kind of weird. Only because his face is completely unneeded in this mask. In fact, he looks like Yoda. Wait, let me try and... It's the tweezers. I don't know if you can say that. I don't know why. How do I get this to focus? Yeah, kind of. It's kind of like Yoda. If I can get him in frame. Yeah. I don't think that came up very good in the picture, but yeah. He looks exactly like Yoda. No, I don't think this one works without the mask. Because his head is specifically designed for it. This is our mushroom boy, the loon boss. So I guess in the lore, okay, yeah, I see it. So in the lore of the game, his helmet's supposed to be able to open up. But the actual piece that we're making is just a static helmet. So it has all the hinges and stuff, but it doesn't actually open. That would be cool if it did. Okay, so we'll just glue his head in. That's pretty much it. It's a simple job. Just have to get rid of that glue that formed on the edge. Hopefully it comes out. Yep, we got glue. Good. Yeah, since changing to that new glue, it has been pretty much wonderful to use. There we go. There's our little Yoda. Yeah. Warhammers I have. I can't do a Yoda impression. I need to learn my impression of Yoda. The only impression I can do is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay, there's number 3. I also found that if I have if I have glue on my fingers and I touch anything, it all melts. So I don't know if that's going to show up, but my fingerprint just touched that and it just melted a bunch of sticky string onto it. The only problem with finishing those models now is I don't know what to do. So you did finish them, or you're still in the work of finishing them. Did you finish the gigantic guy? Okay, thread the ear through the hole in the helmet. Don't apply too much glue or it may leak out the ear hole. Oh, it did slightly. Okay, so this one just wants me to glue the outer reaches of everything. Alright. Just have to get his ear through it. And we're done. I just realized I didn't clean up that second model, so I'm gonna have to clean it up while we're here. Built 14 termagants to finish the army. Okay, so we finally completed it. Yeah, I really should have finished off that piece before gluing it on. Completely slipped my mind. But at least some of these scrapings will sort of get in the crack between. Yeah, the reason you leave a fingerprint is because the glue is actually an acid that melts the plastic. Then the part solidifies back together. Oh, it's an acid. I thought it just, I don't know, magically melted the glue. One sec. Alright. I don't know why, but my nose is a bit runny today. Okay, that piece is under the chin. Under the chin's the last spot. This piece didn't glue together too well. Or at least I found that it didn't. So there seems to be like a slight gap between all of this. Like, it does seem like there's a gap between his mask. Let's see, is there supposed to be? I don't think there is, okay. Because it doesn't push any further together, so that might have to be some sort of a special gluing putty job. At least if it's plastic glue. If it's regular glue, I don't know. Yeah, it's the plastic glue. Actually, where is that pack? I had the oh, here it is. So flammable liquids. N-butyl acetate. So it's alcohol, some sort of a nail polish remover type of thing. Alright, so that's together. But yeah, I'll probably eventually get like a very small brush glue and like try and fill that in and then sort of shave it back down to make it a cohesive piece. Okay, number 4. Where is that? No, we're up to the legs already. This guy's tiny. Like the Necron models I just finished yesterday, the shoulder armors didn't line up right. Oh, that's unfortunate. Necrons are an amazing looking unit. Wait, so you've got 3 armies then? You've got Necrons, Sisters of Battle, and Tyranids. And they're super easy to... That's because they're just a piece of metal. A piece of metal and glowing green. It would be great if you could get them in die cast, because then you wouldn't even need to paint them. You just have a couple of Necron models. Okay. Don't tell me they put a sprue piece on the knee. It did. It's kind of annoying. Okay, I think that leg's cleaned. But yeah, this guy is tiny. I've never built one of these. Yeah, that's his entire torso. It's just his legs go on. I will have a Necron army, but not now. I've got a few kits for a decent discount, that's why I have them. Like the box I finished yesterday, I got for 50% off. Ooh, that's cheap. That's extremely cheap, 50% off. Okay, let's get a tiny bit of glue in there. I literally just came across... I think Facebook's figured out that I like Warhammer, so I came across one of those giveaway raffle thingies where you buy tickets for it or whatever. It's somebody raffling off Warhammer kits. It seems very suspicious. Why isn't the glue working? It was working just before. That's kind of weird. Glue literally was just coming out. Now it comes out. too much glue. Okay. That's his leg glued in. That sounds right. The only one I know of is Ozpex, because he's a 40k YouTuber and he does them once a month. That's a Patreon thing. Okay. This guy set up like a whole website and everything. I checked out his YouTube channel. His last posting was like a year ago. It's like, is this legit? But he was the current one that he was doing was an entire set of Sisters of Battle. So I was like, oh, maybe I should get this and win it, and then I can show you. I think it even came with the organ tank, but yeah, it's always the question of how legitimate is the person doing it. Okay, so 6 is an arm. Yeah, it's like the first prize was like $960 worth of Sisters of Battle stuff. It's like, oh, that's tempting. I wouldn't be shocked if they're leaving 40k, but still. No, they do monthly giveaways, I think, as well. And they have like pictures of people who've won, but it's, yeah. Yes, it's people holding up the boxes, but it's, yeah. I'm always wary of, it seems to have been a very big thing where everything's just come up with, I think it started back maybe 4 or 5 years ago, where everyone starts doing raffle giveaways. And then everybody does loopholes of you're buying like an image and you get a raffle ticket as an extra free thing. So it's all a bit weird. It was a massive thing in Australia. It'd be for cars, for houses, for all things. Okay, it goes in that way. I was wondering which direction. Oh, there's a sprue line on there. Let's just cut that off. It seems that everyone gets on the next money-making trend. Drop shipping was huge at one point. Everybody got into drop shipping. That should be an easy glue in. Oh no. Oh no. No. Get in there. Get in there. Stay. Crap. Okay. I'm getting glue all over me. I don't want to damage the model with the glue. Alright. So this is how tiny this guy is. So that's his full body length. Is he? He's about the size of a grot. He's a hunchback. He's a hunchback grot, basically. But he's a git instead of a grot, I think. Now, at first I thought it was going to be Skarsnik, but it's not. I don't know if he gets Skarsnik in Age of Sigmar. Okay, number 5. So there's 3 points to clean off on this one. And again, they put it on the knee. Okay, I think that was the 3rd spot. I don't see anything else. Okay, how does his leg fit in? Like that. Okay. It's a bit of an awkward fit, but should be able to get it in. And that's way too much glue. Oh no. Or was that just the perfect amount? How's his leg supposed to be? I hope I got that in right, because it looks kind of weird. No, okay, that's alright. It's just a weird pose, because he's standing on a mushroom. Sort of got like a jig going on. So this page. Next page. Alright, now we get to his weapon. Which... Actually, no, what's the weapon number? 7. Number 7. Not that I really need to look at it. You can clearly see which one it is. Love when you can just tell where stuff's supposed to go. Well, what are we? 30 minutes into this. I have an extra special model that we got as like one of the like in the magazine they give you extra heroes and stuff, and that one comes without any instructions. It's about the size of this though, so that's going to be fun to paint, or fun to build next. Built a total of 20 termagants in the past 2 days. And after like 4, I put away the instructions. That's good. Well, they do. You mean without the instructions? Like giving it to me without the instructions? It's just because it's an extra model that they just chuck in. To be honest, I don't know why, but yeah, they just chuck you an extra model. What is it? It's a gut ripper boss. That's it. There's no instruction. They just give you that. Ah, this is a 2-arm thing. Okay. So I have to... Well, at least it just locks in. Holy crap, I can't get it back out. Okay. That should be very easy to slot on. There's a little arm there. Should be enough glue. And there we go, he's in. That's so mean. Here's a free model, figure it out yourself. Yeah, they give you 2 heroes? Actually, did that first hero have instructions? I can't remember. I think there's supposed to be like 1 or 2 heroes or extra models that you get. Yeah, I guess they want you to figure it out yourself. Alright, so this guy's nearly done. It's just small details for his back and stuff now. Number 8, this thingy. Yeah, I looked it up because I was wondering whether it's supposed to have instructions somewhere. And all I got was a video of a guy putting it together. So it should be fairly straightforward. Although somebody commented on that video, I have no idea where 4 was supposed to go. So hopefully we don't have to watch the video, and I just realized I was cutting into my finger. Luckily it was only a layer of skin. I was literally slicing into my finger. Because I just saw the plastic, I saw the plastic starting to peel up and then like a single layer of skin. That's kind of bad. Okay, I think that's done. What about this one? Alright, that should be almost clean. It's amazing how like single layers there are left of just sprue pieces once you've scraped them away. It's like I want to get every single piece off. But I don't want to be a dwarf and dig too deep. It's okay, I gave myself a really bad cardboard stock cut a couple of days ago. Under the fingernail. Ugh. Lucky it didn't hurt. Those are some of the worst. Like you hit two of the worst options under the fingernail and cardboard. Okay, and this piece here. Okay, I think we're ready to put this on. So this slots into there. Big mushrooms up front. Sounds like the lyrics to a song, Big Mushrooms Up Front. Some sort of a rap song. Anyway. So that just glues in there. It's kind of an open space. It's a bit weird, but should be fine. And squish. This feels very reminiscent of a what's the Skaven guy's name? Yeah, I can't remember his name. The main Skaven guy from Total War Warhammer. It reminds me of his back. Thought I'd go away with it because it just felt weird, and then I went to pick something up and noticed the stream of blood down my finger. Oof. At least it didn't hurt. Funny. How does this go on him? Oh, okay. Sort of just plops on him. You know what? I might not actually glue this piece. I don't think I have a chance to anyway. But... Actually, no, that should be fine to glue on. I'm not going to need to pan around it too much. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so this sort of just slots into his sort of slots onto his back. It's a bit weird. There we go. It honestly felt like a push fit as opposed to a glue on. It's come across quite nicely. No idea of the modern Skaven names. What is his name? Quake? Is it Quake? It might be Quake. Okay, assemble these mushrooms and let the glue dry before attaching the loon boss to them. Oh, so this doesn't even give you the numbers. It just says put them on. I guess because it's the last two pieces, but still, I would have expected the instructions to have the pieces numbered. I am sort of a stickler when it comes to instruction manuals. I expect them to be properly laid out. Ooh, that was a big sprue. Oh, there's one more piece. So there's 4 parts I need to clean. Your finger is still sore there. I guess if you put pressure on it, it would hurt. This is surprisingly taking a long time to shave flat. Yeah, I think that's probably flat enough. Right, so that's one spot, this is the second. Sort of an annoying spot to put, I don't know, right on top of the mushroom. Still a single layer on there. Yeah, I think that's probably as good as I'm going to get that pace. There was one more spot that this was supposed to have connected from, which is right there. Alright, so that's cleaned. And on this piece. It really amazes me how much grey plastic pieces get left everywhere after doing this. I always have to go in with a small desk vacuum to clean it all out. Okay, so this is just oh, okay, so his foot goes into. So that sticks together, and then his foot goes in there. Oh, that's cool. So that's what it's going to look like when it's glued together. Okay. I always have to give my desk a good blow off after I finish a set, like compressed air blow down. I just use this thing. It's terrible. Because of the design, you can't really get stuff on the edges. I need just a small handheld vacuum or something. Okay, that mushroom should be good. So where does this foot actually stick? I guess I do the walls of this and I'll attach to that. And then Dawndra's foot. Glue around there, glue along here. That should be enough to set the model. If I can get his foot in now. Holy crap. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty, there's our model. And then he'd just be glued to a base, but probably do that at some other point. I don't tend to put any of these on their actual bases. I have a feeling I need to paint them before I put them on a base, but I could be wrong. But yeah, there's our little Gloom Spike Git Loon boss. Is it Loon? Yeah, Loon boss. I always liked the like the crooked moon styled goblins with like the moon faces. So yeah, that's that guy done. It's good that the model sits flat, so it actually stands up by itself. So that's that one. With that, the Loon Boss is finally built. The kit doesn't come with any spares. If there are any extras, check the instructions. Let the glue dry before you start painting. Well, I'm not going to go and paint it straight away. Use your mold line remover to clean any sprue marks or mold lines on the miniature. Well, you're supposed to have done that when you put it together. Alright, so we have green and yellow, and so with all the paints that I currently have, he would get up to this level of painting, which is mostly unfinished still. Okay, and then there's just metal instructions. So with these, they give you like binders, so you can like tear out the pages, because they just pull apart. And my first binder is pretty much full, so I've separated them into like not combat, like reading stuff, and then painting and building in a separate section and all that. So they give you 4 binders, but I have a feeling I'm going to use all of them very quickly. Alright, let's get to this, what would we call it? Not random mini, the bonus mini. Let's see what we're dealing with. As far as I know, he's similar to the cage-headed guy that we built before. So, okay, number 4. Oh, that goes on his head, doesn't it? Yeah, that slots into the... I don't know why somebody had trouble figuring out where that went, but... Alright, let's take it all out. Just checking for small pieces first, so I don't want to break anything. Yeah, I'm just going to take out the entire model, clean it all up, and then we'll figure out how to put it together. So it's got a shield. and a spear. That didn't cut off too cleanly. It's a single arm. Ooh, where does this cut? Oh, that way. Okay, that's the guy cut out. Quite a few pieces. It kind of feels a bit freeing just building it as you see it, instead of following the instructions. Feels like I'm actually doing something myself. That piece is done. Yeah, this one was a bit hard to clean properly. That does not look good. I scraped off too much. I mean, that should paint over, but it is like white marked on the end. Okay. Is there anything else on this one? Oh, 1 second. Okay. I think we've cleaned this model. Oh no, there's a tiny bit in there. The little white marks I just shaved down. I would usually do that, but The issue on this model is it's the edge. It's like the actual tip of the thing, and I don't want to. Yeah, I think it's because I shaved too much. Okay, that base is done. Whoop. Got a bit much there. Okay, that should be fine. Tiny mark there. Put the blade across it and just rub. I was doing that though, but I think I've actually cut off too much of the model because it's coming to a point. That seems to just make it worse. That should just get painted over, but yeah, I don't want to remove part of the model that's not supposed to be removed. This part is so knobbly, I can't even tell where the actual connection points were. More of a 90 degrees. So you mean more like that? Okay. Yeah, that end piece is just bending up now. It's way too thin. Way too thin. I've basically shaved off the... Yeah, it's just been cut too much. But 90 degrees is an interesting idea. It might actually work. Seems like a good tip. Thank you for that. I might actually start using that. Yeah, it does kind of work. That'll probably fix one of the main issues I've been having. Oh, you probably can't see it the camera because it's so far. But yeah, it just scrapes off a single layer. But it's like, how far down is that piece that I'm trying to get to? Okay, so that one's clean. Wonder if I can just do it straight from the start. Yeah, this is actually a lot better than how I've been doing it. Because I've just been slicing into the models mostly. I think I need to start off by slicing in and then doing this. But yes, thank you for this this tip. This should be in the actual magazine. I could have used this on so many models. That's what I use to get rid of mold lines instead of the tool you use. Yeah, so that basically does what this is supposed to do, but because this is such a thin blade, this just works so much better. I don't know if there's any other spot on the model that needs to be cleaned. I think he's done. Okay. It's got sort of like a bird thing going on in here. I think that's as good as that's gonna get. It's hard to find any of the actual lines on that. I like the wedge blades for shaving a lot because I can use thinner or thicker parts of the blade, depending on the small space you need to get into. I find that this blade actually just gets into tiny spots with the corner doing this. Because there was a part on that bird thingy that was sort of hidden in. That I think is part of the arm and not a sprue. I don't want to cut that. It's like a little knob on it. Okay, and then the last piece is this little thing, which I don't want to break. Okay, I think that's it. I think the model's clean. Okay, let's figure this out. Dry fitting. So I've got the body that goes into there. The head then. Okay. So that definitely glues on. Oh no, this feels like a thing I want to paint separately, unfortunately. Because I'd want to get the body underneath. I guess you could paint it through the side. Yeah, for like models like these, I feel like it'll be better off just painting the entire underneath and then sticking it together. But I guess for the purpose of this, I'll just glue it anyway. As far as I know, this is a glue fit, not a... Yeah, it's definitely a glue. Yeah, once I get properly into the hobby with all the painting and everything, I might start doing them separate. There are a lot of people who paint their models on the sprue, then cut them. Okay, and touch them up after assembly. That's an interesting idea, but I think I'd still want to cut them out of the sprue first. Because then you have to scrape off the sprue lines and repaint. Okay, so that goes on there. This piece fits over the edge, like that. And then this piece goes on like that. Yeah, so that glues onto there. bird piece glues onto the bird after that's done. Okay, yep. This is an easy model. Alright, I'll just glue this. Okay, so that's on there. This is going to be the only tricky piece. Only because the attachment line is so thin. Oh crap, there's a piece I didn't clear off. Well, we've glued it now, so we're gonna have to deal with it after it's stuck on. Yeah, I just noticed a piece that hasn't been cleaned. It's like a, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there's a piece stuck on the thing. I agree. I'm also very much build first then paint, unless something crazy like modify penitent engine. Those have crazy parts that once you build you can't reach, even with a 90 zero brush. I wouldn't say I'm a build and paint, more of a have all of the parts cleaned up, and then yeah, the parts that you can easily get to all on the outside, and then everything else separated. So for like the Stormbringers, they wanted you to put all of the stuff together. I literally just have the arms separated and the weapons separated and everything. Okay, that sort of came out a bit weird on this corner. Let's try and stick that. It's a bit too much glue involved there. But that's fine. Okay. So the bird goes into the bird somewhere. Which direction? It's right. I feel like these are supposed to line up somewhere. It's a point that's supposed to line up better than it is. Is there anything I need to cut out of this? That's I used to collect the game, so a lot is just me being impatient to play. Okay, I wish this bird slotted in a bit better. Let's see, where is the spot? It's right there. Just feels like there's a gap that shouldn't be there. No, I'm getting glue pieces everywhere. There we go. And he's in. Okay, the bird's in. So it's like the whole wings and back end of the torso. It fits together, but it does kind of feel like there's, yeah, a line. I don't know if that camera's going to pick that up at all. Yeah, it's a little vulture thingy. Yeah, I don't think the camera's going to pick that up, but visually I can sort of see where the split is. But it does get hidden by the feathers, so it's not too bad. Alright, so this arm, which arm has the so yeah, that is a that is a little nub for the arm. Which way does the nub go? Okay, this is kind of infuriating. Unless it goes on this arm. No, surely not. Unless it goes upwards. Oh, okay. It goes up. I need to find the orientation before I try to glue this. There should be a spot at which this sort of just drops in. I think it might be further this way. Oh, this is so tedious. And once the glue's in there, it's going to be even more difficult. There, right there. Found it. I think. It's roughly in that spot. Yeah, right there. No. Damn it. Okay. Whew. This is getting to me. It's like when you can't get something small done, it just tenses up all of your muscles. Where is it? Okay. I need to de-stress from this. Let's go look at this first. Let's go look at this. Okay. So that yeah, I have nothing to work on, so I don't know which arm goes into where, which pose this is supposed to be in. And these knobs aren't helping very much. Surely that's not supposed to go on this arm. Yeah, definitely not. That would be silly. Okay, well, how does this go into... That goes in like... Is that... No, that looks silly. That looks very silly. Okay, that goes in like that. And then... Whew. Okay, I think I figured it out. It's just getting the hand placements in. That's the that's the trouble. Because it's literally just a little dot that's supposed to slot into the thing, which it doesn't. Ugh, infuriating. Okay, let's just glue this and shove it in, and then just so we actually have it in there. Okay. So this is supposed to be on this arm. And then the shield is supposed to be across the body. But yeah, it's just getting the line up is... Oh, is that? No. It's like there's a very specific hole and a very specific little nodule, and they don't line up. It's sort of one of those points where I'm just gonna have to like glue it and smash them together just to melt them into each other. Come on. I want to find the perfect spot though. I do want to find the actual angle. Actually, this is something I shouldn't glue on, because the shield will cover his body. Which means I can't paint his body while it's there. So I think we'll try and do the spear, but not the shield. Right there is where I think the hand's supposed to be. So it's like which... Yeah, right there. It's not quite. Okay, this model's screwed, kind of. I feel like the arm's not quite as far in as it should be. It feels like his hand is not even in line with anything. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, I just need that to glue. That's all. Whew. So that's on. We can put his feet in the base. Although now I'm double thinking about the arm. This is a surprisingly tricky model for something so simple. Nope, no, don't. Okay, this is going to be one of those, the glue is not going to dry until the glue dries type of thing. Yeah, I think that's as good as I'm going to get it. There are only so many times where I'm building a model and it takes 3 minutes to figure out how to even dry fit. Yeah, that's pretty much just what's going on. Double checking the instructions that you have that, yeah. So I found the issue is that the little knob for the hole doesn't line up as it's supposed to. Like, I don't know if, no, he's coming off. Okay. I need to like not, okay. So some of these parts aren't gluing instantly, because they're not the dry fit push type of things. Okay. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to put his shield on, and for painting purposes, the shield would be in the way, so just imagine this guy with a big shield in front of him. But he's got his little bird. The feet aren't sticking too well, so I can't really push that around. The hand, The hand's mostly in the right place. Yeah. Definitely a lot more difficult than this guy. And this guy looks better. This is cool and all that it has like a vulture, but this guy just looks cool. Is it Skarsnik? I think it might be Skarsnik. The oh no, that is the goblin. Skarsnik is the goblin. What is the name of that? This is gonna bug me. I need to Google this actually. Also, I don't think he's in. What? Straighten him up a bit. No. I'm trying to figure out the name of the Skaven guy. What is his name? The guy from Clan Wars. Quake Headtaker. That's the one. Quake Headtaker is the one that has like a back piece like this, or where it's spikes instead of mushrooms. That's the one I was thinking of when I was putting this together. Quake Headtaker. But this guy does look like Skarsnik. It's just different, slightly different. So yeah, those are the two models for today. I'll quickly bring up a picture of Skarsnik. Oh, not Skarsnik. Actually, I'll bring up Skarsnik as well. Quick Headtaker and Skarsnik. Actually, no, it looks nothing like Skarsnik. I was just thinking Crooked Moons, that's all. Let's see, where's the open image? Quake actually has quite a interesting look to it. Alright, let's bring these over. Where are we? Window capture. So there's Skarsnik, if I can bring him small enough. So that's Skarsnik. It actually looks nothing like Skarsnik, but that's the leader of the Crooked Moons with his squig hopper. But the one I'm thinking of is Quake Headtaker, but he actually looks different to what I remember him looking like. So that guy, it just reminded me of it with the spikes on the back. But it's not quite anything like it actually, because he's got like a whole thing of skulls and stuff. So yeah, that's definitely not. But it reminded me of it. Yeah, my memory is different to reality, I guess. So yeah. That's all I'm getting through for today. That was an hour and a half. Being back at work, it sort of makes this difficult. Oop. Similar profile out, yeah. That's sort of what I was thinking. I think maybe at one point he has a lesser variant of his back piece. The next stuff we've got going on is sort of terrain. There's an extra piece in there. So I've got terrain, we've got paints, and then we've got 6 Griffhounds afterwards as well. What's after the Griffhounds? More paint. Actually, no. Zartbag Gits. We're getting some interesting Gits further down. That's like 4 editions later. Now that looks like Skarsnik. And there's a Squig Hopper. Yes, we get Squig Hoppers. That's gonna be fun. So that was 24 and the bonus model done out of 81. So we still got heaps of stuff to go through. And then, yeah, combat patrols coming in. So that's not helping with the grey plastic. Too much grey plastic. Anyway, thanks for coming again, Sheprins. You seem to come in all the time. And thanks for that that tip for scraping. It's definitely helpful. But yeah, I'll be ending it here. And hopefully we can get through a lot next time. I wish you could get the combat patrol. I mean, you can still buy the boxes, but you don't get quite the variety in the boxes. Oh yeah, you got all the grey plastic bits around. This just hoovers them up. Yeah, just hoovers them up. Gives you something to watch while you build. Oh, so you're building right now. That's good to know. Great to watch. I can't be that great to watch. Not that interesting. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Yeah, hopefully 2 days from now I'll be streaming again. Hopefully get through quite a bit of stuff. So, see you next time. Yo, is that a mini vac? Yes, mini vac. I can't recommend these though. I could recommend the small funneled ones, but this sort of doesn't. You can't get on edges. So if you have something here, you can't really. Yeah, it's good for general use over an area, but you can't get into crevices and stuff. So yeah, I shall see you in a few days. You have a good day too. Thanks for coming. And happy building and painting. Hopefully you get through quite a few things.